lights are green here for the Blue 7 lap race, 100 miles.
Looks like everyone's going to be doing trying their hardest to get out in front. Right now we got Arsenal Kid leading out in first.
Holding the racing line coming out of turn 2. We got the racing line is going to keep it coming into turn 3.
Oh man, these cold tires from the draft does not work.
There he goes, he's holding his line for turn 4. Trying to remember. There he goes, coming out of turn 5, going
Turn 5
on the straight, and then here comes the corkscrew.
Turn 6 and then turn 7 of the corkscrew, 7 and 8. Top 3 being Arsenal, Perez, and Code. Perez dropping a position off the start, being our pole sitter.
So, looks like Paratus is right on Arsenal Kid's tail. He is trying to get a perfect time to pass, but Arsenal Kid is trying his best to not let him pass.
What's the draft?
He is giving Paratus a hard time trying to pass.
It's unreal.
Oh,
It's unreal or strong?
It's unreal.
Strong.
No, you had it set unreal.
Oops, my bad.
then coming into third place, we got Trove right on the tail of Paratus, trying his best to pass, and Trove's, I'm thinking, as after I just watched, possibly just passed him, but then went and fall back into third.
No, I lagged.
Okay. Got up to 4th position, being a little bit my new Team 250 racing teammate. So, full fighter and CFA 396.
He just went. He just
Wow,
cut
we
through that
just seen,
corner.
I swear I just saw Paratus just jump the corkscrew.
Yeah, he just completely cut through there, yeah.
He just went off the track, and now Troves, because the Paratus fell off the track on the corkscrew and the second to last turn before the final straight to the start line.
How do you
Right,
fall
back
off
into
the
the
rest
pit
of
lane.
And
Well,
went into
just going
pit
off
lane.
racing purpose.
Now Paratus is in 5th place while he just lost his position up in the top 3.
Yeah, that
Now we
corner
got still
a
Ford Fighter in the top 3 alongside with his teammate Hardy in 4th place.
It didn't really look like he meant to go, though. It looked like he just
So it looks
Although
like Troves is trying to make up some lost ground, trying to get up to closer to 1st place. So looks like he's making up some lost time, but Arsenal Kid is hitting these apexes correctly on these turns. So it looks like Troves and Arsenal Kids doing their best right now. Let's go and check on Stealth, see how he is.
I like how you said it looks like a stealth as I cut the Arsenal.
Yeah, looks like Hardy is trying to catch up to his teammate Stealth.
Back off the lead. And you turn your feet. Position is starting to change place. Coming out of turn 1. Arsenal Kid remaining in the lead. The Troves setting on Talons coming into turn 2.
Yeah, man, I had to take that inside line, and that was horrible.
Now,
While 3rd place starts to spread out, 1st place definitely gets heated up between these.
Troves and Arsenal Kid does. Yeah, now Troves just made up a lot of lost ground, and now he's right on the tail of Arsenal Kid.
Arsenal went off for track.
Troves is right on the tail of Arsenal Kid. It looks like on the corkscrew can he make up more ground. Here comes the third to last turn. Here comes the second to last.
There's been an
Hit the
accident.
apex.
Hardy is crawling back to pit lane.
Oh, man, his draft screwed that corner up. Dang.
It looks like we had an accident on the course.
So the still four players are being
No,
driven.
I think it has to be. I think it has to be a two-person crash up there.
Yeah, it has to be a two-person caution. It was just me pushing too hard.
Looks like we got Hardy that's going into pit lane to repair some damages. He had an accident on the
We have to switch tires, right?
turn
you have to switch
5 of Mazda. So we're going to go back to Troves and Arsenal Kid to see how it is. Now Hardy, because of he's lost and damaged his car on turn 5, he's just now in last place. Corrales is trying to make up some major lost ground. Trying to make up that ground to try to keep up with Stealth so you can be back in the top 3. Arsenal Kid is giving Troves a hell of a work trying to pass. Arsenal Kid is not letting Troves pass one bit.
Arsenal Kid boarding that racing line. Singing fight right now. This is kind of like a little bit of display about what it could be in Monaco. If you hold a racing line, it's going to have someone make it by. And Arsenal's really sticking it to Troves, trying to even up the point score as he will then head past Seca onto I think it's onto Tom Mountain next week.
Yep, we're on turn 4. Well, turn 5, going on to turn 6.
No, I'm sorry. It's Forest next week, and then Canada.
And then they're coming up to Corkscrew on 7 and 8.
Oh, I got the grass. That was awesome. Yeah, whoa.
Here comes turn 9.
Yeah, I got in the sand.
And he's maintaining that line throughout turn 10. And he just lost. Arsenal just lost it.
Arsenal lost it coming out of turn 10 within 11.
Do you get a...
crap, now he's heading to the pit. Troves is now in first place.
You don't get any bonus points.
Troves is now in first place due to the incident with Arsenal Kid.
No, just skill. I'll skill.
Okay.
Now Stealth and Troves is battling for first and second.
We are battling
It looks
for
like
first and second.
Troves is going to overlap Hardy.
If he doesn't pick up the pace.
Troves
This is my favorite.
Troves is catching up to Hardy on lap 7 to overlap him.
Dang it, I knocked out my marker for my braking zone. Dang it.
Fail.
No, it was when I clipped the sand and got loose. Which during the replay, that'll probably be explained, so it looks like I cut the track when in reality the car
Arsenal looks like he has a lot of ground to make up after that incident on turn 10 to 11.
Yeah, I did a lot better at Little Springs. Can you point that out?
In terms of lap traffic, this might actually be an interesting race, just because of the fact that now it's going to rely on, okay, when can you get the guy ahead, and how can you pass him? And Troves right now not an easy part of the track, it looks like, until maybe turn 4. Definitely not the easiest.
And here comes Troves right on the tail of Hardy.
These guys are waving.
And there he goes. He just passed Hardy.
My laggy.
Hardy
Here comes turn 6.
Would be about
Still
Hardy.
maintaining that line.
Never mind.
Looks like Troves going to hit the corkscrew. It looks like we had a spin out.
Yeah, Hardy just won.
Looks like Hardy ended up having an accident right on turn 6. He's coming up on the corkscrew of 7 and 8.
Looks like Hardy had an accident.
It looks like today is not a very good day for Hardy. Already 2 accidents within the first few laps of this track day race. So looks like Troop is having a very fun race right now since he's right now leading the whole pack.
It's not fun.
Stealth is trying to keep going to try to keep up with Troves. He is trying to make up ground to catch up, and all of a sudden, looks like Arsenal's catching up to Stealth right now. Looks like Arsenal is making up a lot of ground after what he lost. So, looks like Priatus.
Stealth got second on the podium, but the people who are qualified on front row are right behind him and Jimmy. Trojan is just cruising with this one, coming into turn 1 at the moment.
Bright is making up ground on Arsenal. He's coming up right on the tail end of Arsenal as Arsenal's trying to keep up with, trying to catch up to Stealth.
Yeah, Arsenal almost lost it again, going out of turn 10 to turn 11.
And Arsenal will need to learn to quit pushing his car. There is a certain limit to push your car, for every car.
Although, with all
when you exceed that limit, you got things going wrong with your car.
Arsenal may be fast, but you need to work on that consistency.
There's Arsenal right up on the tail of Stealth, and right behind Arsenal is Priatus.
Is that Stealth Arsenal Pirate that's right in that group of three?
Yeah, coming out of turn 3 and turn 4.
And there goes Troves. He has made so much ground between first and second. He is really dominating this racetrack.
Cruising through this right now, coming out of turn 11.
To the finish, to the start, to the line, and now he's coming into turn 1.
Again, I think that corkscrew, Stealth and Arsenal right now right together. We're kind of, I think, stalking both of them right now, kind of saying, okay, who's going to make a mistake?
Exactly. Here comes turn 10. This is where Arsenal has lost it twice. Here comes turn 11, and then now we're on the straight. Now we got second, third, and fourth all battling behind each other, wanting each other's position. Here comes turn 1 with Arsenal and Stealth. Arsenal has made up a lot of ground after what he lost. Now here comes turn 2, turn 3, turn.
He's got a long way to go.
There's 4, and here's 5. Arsenal about lost it on turn 5.
But all due respect,
then
really, 6. I think Troves kind of has this one in the bag, except for the fact that maybe pit stops, or maybe a caution. Right now,
here comes the corkscrew. They all 3 just now launched. Probably a second behind each other.
Yeah, second to fourth, all 3, both of them.
Now they're just waiting for one screw up to go and try to go. So Stealth goes on the inside as Arsenal goes on the outside. Here comes Priatus right on the door end of Arsenal.
On the door end.
So we got now Arsenal and Stealth trying to battle out. to see who's going to get second place, and it looks like Arsenal passes Stealth on turn 1, but then
comes off
loses it
track.
on turn. He loses it halfway at the end of turn 1. Now Prius and Stealth are going at it for second and third, and
I guess the state is
looks like Prius actually passed Stealth. He's outlost it. Here comes turn 5, and here comes, now they're battling on turn 6. Prius now in second place alongside with Stealth is in third. Arsenal has to make up some ground, but he is now in fourth. Hardy is now in last place as Trobes is in first. It looks like Trobes has this in the bag unless somebody causes a two-man caution. Then
our caution right now would really kind of an amazing effect because right now within the window, all four could hit. Hardy could get back on the lead lap, and everything changes.
next time.
so Trobes is probably going right through his mind. Please have no more accidents.
Next time in the race, Hardy learned how to talk in the first person.
Well, I
It
could
looks
talk
like
in first person.
Arsenal just passed Stealth. Now we got Arsenal and Prius battling for second and third, as in Stealth is battling Arsenal right now for at least third and fourth. But Arsenal is making up a lot, is making a gap, a good amount of gap between him and Stealth. He is trying to keep Stealth away from him.
Yeah, I see.
And there goes Arsenal and Prius. They are battling out. And Arsenal now is in second place upon the entrance of the corkscrew.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's just what I want to hear.
Is Arsenal going to lose it right on turn 10 again?
No. Okay. We're just gonna keep assuming that every time they go through there. Is Arsenal gonna wreck again?
And he makes it to 10, turn 11, and on the straight.
Well, he spun out turn 9 in qualifying, and then he spun out within the first 5 laps of the race. So it's like, okay, maybe turn 9 is a rough spot. But he's really angered it and battled for second right now.
And there, Prius just passed Arsenal on turn 1. So it really looks like there is a big battle going on between Prius and Arsenal. It looks like Prius actually lost some momentum. Looks like he's having some engine troubles right now. So Stealth and Arsenal are right now in second and third.
Rule number 1 of a commentator: don't make false assumptions. You pulled up into me, you dingus.
Well, I saw that it was open, and I was like, okay, well, you're trying to like switch on me. Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, I gotta go. And you're damaging me.
Wow, looks
I
like
damaged you 'cause I didn't even
Prius
really
is
make
saying
contact with
Arsenal
you.
hit him 2 times.
Looks like perhaps he's trying to complain.
Yeah, but now he's just getting lapped though.
Looks like Rogue just overlapped Prius.
Yeah, I don't understand why he's like doing it now. He's really like pissed off to do it.
Yeah, he could be waiting. He could do Prius.
He just basically just gave up his entire race.
Yeah, that's a little hard to come back from now.
I don't know. Well, yeah, it's a little difficult. Just to say. I don't understand why he's giving up.
I will be looking at the replay for anything that goes on down through these 47 laps.
You're not the
And
really
I will
runner.
send results.
Yeah, Angel is the runner of the results. So she's the one that kind of okay, the point is going to give him because he runs this championship.
Yeah, whoever's running the company,
I'll be going over and looking at the results and watching everything.
You're saying pretty false thing. You're fired.
But it looks like Arsenal Kid is trying to make that time. But Strobe has it so far in the bag.
Yeah, but that's
It's-
what.
Arsenal is not going to be able to make it.
so far in the back. I'm gonna use that one.
Arsenal almost lost it on the last turn to the straight.
I guess we could start like coining the term Damianism, I guess.
What?
Because I guess we can start coining the term Damianism because of Dark Knight's like speech, I guess. Because there's stuff that I don't think I've even heard the freaking BBC commentators use. So I would say that it's kind of gold.
What is?
Some of the stuff that he's saying is like, okay. Just the wording of some stuff.
Well, do I know most of the race terminology? No.
I've never, well, I'm going to point this out right now. I've never heard of
I
how
watch
to say
racing.
because.
I haven't yet caught on to all the terminology.
You know what I mean? I've just never heard a commentator say because or because.
Because, yeah.
This car is slow because, no, I mean, like, usually they're saying there must be something wrong with this or that.
Arsenal
They just don't
on his way.
Yeah.
Make it up to first.
Well,
But
the way
Troops
it
has
is,
made a lot of ground between first and second.
yeah, so if you're saying like, oh, there's no need to be fired unless he works for freaking Fox News. In which case he probably get away with it.
What? Make a false assumption?
Oh,
Yeah.
Troops has his race in the bag, unless there is a caution that ruins this, and that's the only thing he has to worry about this race.
And everyone seems to be spread out at this point.
Yeah, there's no battle, so it looks like this race is going to be consistently except for the fact that pit stops. We can put pit stops well, we cannot. Remember, Arsenal, lean air. That is key. Lean air. So surely that gap is starting to fall just a smidge.
Well, I'll tell you if it is or not this time around. I feel like he's like catching me because I'm on slightly older tires than him too. I mean, I'm 9 all around except for one of them, but I mean...
He hasn't pitted yet.
He did. Yeah, he did. When he wrecked, he went into pits.
Oh,
So far that I've been watching, Troops has not yet pitted this race. So he is going 18 laps and only has about 3/4 of a tank full.
You can make it to the end of this race. We're coming up on the halfway point. I'm not even near half a tank.
yeah, you can definitely make it without refueling, but you have to put tires. So.
Yeah.
And I've already
I
hit
just
it
had
twice.
an idea.
So,
This race is all even, except for the racer's skills in these cars.
you can obviously I lack skill at this track.
Oh, looks like Arsenal went off the track and damaged his car.
Again?
Wait, Arsenal should be like
Arsenal is coming up on turn 5. Already on his way to turn 6.
No, it's actually turn 5.
With
I'm coming
damaged
up on. You've had the
tires.
turns all. You've had the turns
Yeah.
The
all
car
wrong
has
the whole time.
sustained some damage. So,
there's only 10 times. There's only 10 times.
I thought there was. Yeah, there's one. You've been naming them wrong, dude.
Yeah, there's only. Well, you had you muted, so remember that.
Oh, what a dingleback!
Oh my god, some of the stuff here is like gold. Which is funny because it'll pop up on the freaking, it'll pop up like in the freaking audio, but with the fact that Dark hasn't been able to hear you, it's just hilarious.
I am
So-
42 seconds ahead. He must have went off somewhere.
Yeah, he went off. I know he went off because I've seen the arrows move off, but
Did he get damaged from it?
I don't know.
I mean, because I know that replay system can be a little bit faulty when it comes to watching the race.
Well, it's not so much faulty as it just gives false, it gives false telemetry. And that's
Yeah.
the thing you have to be aware of, is that, yeah, it can say you have full damage. Well, if you've never touched a freaking piece of the track that caused damage, if you've never had any incidents at all in the race, it's kind of impossible not damage. So,
Well, yeah, that's the thing. If they're lagging on your screen a bit, and say you go off track, you don't have anything on their screen, you hit the wall a bit, and you get damage from it on their screen. You didn't get any on the screen, it shows they have damage. You know? I just hate how I only get telemetry once on Flash because the game is so freaking buggy with it.
I just can't wait for the data logger. Maybe that'll probably sort things out.
He must have some damage. He's slow. He's running slower. He's not really testing him out. At least to my knowledge.
So pretty much could walk out of here with a 14-point lead and 2 race wins. And another accident on my there.
Yeah, I'll take it up with
So I'm gonna go and hopefully say that this race right now is having right now no competition. Probes is just making sure he's hitting every turn correct on the apex and holding his line. Because no one is right now behind him. Arsenal is trying to make up some ground. Oh, we got an accident.
Oh,
Hardy spun off the track and Arsenal almost hit him. Came in the nick of time, turning one at the right moment, missed the accident.
He's trying to cause the accident, Hardy.
No, I shot it way too wide, and when I braked, it stepped the rear end out, and when I stepped it out, just like spun it. That's just me trying too hard. Try harder, yeah, everything's done. Yeah, no, thank you.
Do better. I like all the activity Filster's getting.
Oh yeah. He's not done. Okay, let's go ahead and watch the friggin' like start identifying this. That might be the only action that's later.
That's who the paint car is eating for dinner.
He's having like friggin' Chinese takeout. Who ordered the Mexican? Me. Oh, alright. So basically this is gonna be easy. Basically just freaking judge. All you have to do is really look at the parameters there. To see what happens now. And then basically just breeze through it.
Breeze through what?
So far this race
Replay,
is
like,
looking
penalties.
very fun. It looks like it's very boring going on right now.
Yeah,
it looks like
Nobody's
very boring. It
battling
looks
for anything.
looks like it's very boring going on right now. I'm gonna keep that one too.
As I said, we could start playing with Turn Damien just for that.
Are you the one coming out of the last corner right now?
Yeah.
Or you just came out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am 3 laps down.
no, I mean between me and Arsenal.
Hardy has lost major lap and ground. He is 3 laps down from.
Okay, this is sad because the lineup right now, first and fourth, it's the same lineup as it was freaking at Little Springs. There's no change at all.
Double mechanical.
Not even that. When we started the race, it was only 4 of us.
Really?
Yeah, it was you, Arsenal, Salt, and me. Because Neo got disqualified.
Yeah, the dingus left.
Neo got disqualified. Ethan
I thought
didn't.
Blaney, I thought Blaney was in.
No, he quit. He quit racing that race because his car was like extremely off pace.
Blaney's a bit of a quitter. He wanted to quit the endurance race too.
Yeah, he's not gonna make it past Bathurst, I don't think.
Why, you think he's gonna get kicked out, or you think he's just going on?
He's just not. I think that in terms of just, he doesn't have the mindset for it.
I think my stepbrother, I think he wanted to believe it. Man, my stepbrother.
I am not my mindset because of the simple fact, full-time job.
You got a full-time job? I don't think he's still in school.
He's in college.
I might drop out of college. Yeah. Because of the full-time job, I have no time to do any classwork. And all my classwork is mostly labs. So, yeah, I have no time whatsoever to do it.
I wonder if Larson's being excited.
But, if I actually work Monday through Wednesday, Sunday through Wednesday, I would have been able to do all that, you know, time, endurance racing, but can't.
So basically, it'll be interesting because Le Mans issue for you will be interesting just because of the fact that it's going to be on the same day as all the other endurance races. It's going to be on Friday.
Wait, hold on. You said, when is the Le Mans? May?
Yeah, May 16th.
Hopefully I don't work.
Like this one. Since
Man, Arsenal is catching this thing.
Son of a bitch.
What?
That sucks.
What? What, Arsenal's catching me?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you just came back, this is the race that's going on. We got Arsenal and Trobes.
Trobes, where are you at?
Trobes is right now on the final stretch, and then coming into turn one. As Arsenal's in second,
I'm
Trobes in
coming to turn
first,
one
Stealth is
now.
in third, and Hardy's in last place.
Go Hardy!
I finished. Fuck you. I didn't finish technically last because I finished ahead of people last week and I finished ahead of Brad this week, so I'm happy. I'll take 2 fourth place finishes. I'll take like 2 12-point finishes on this one.
And the sad part about it, Hardy, I work on May the 15th.
Well, May 15th, not May 16th.
If you can at least sustain it to Saturday, I can do it.
Well, I can't sustain it to Saturday because we have Australians competing, and for them it's already Saturday.
I know, my last day of work is Saturday.
Whoa.
That sucks.
Oh,
Whatever you do, don't wreck him, just hold him up.
I couldn't let him up. I couldn't hold him up because he came on the outside. I'm like, okay, gotta go, and I spun.
It looks like we have another accident with Hardy on the track.
Yeah.
Whoa, go Hardy!
Whoa, go me. Sucking the marrow out of freaking life on the track.
It looks like Hardy is not having a great race.
I'll win awards. Awards like the least performing driver of the first 2 rounds, maybe. Yeah, I definitely will get the performing driver of the first 2 rounds. And I hate
Now,
fourth.
wouldn't least performing be the ones who decided to leave?
Well, okay, the ones that decided to leave, well, they haven't been both races, so. And for
Is that
Radis had
achievement
both
you
positions.
want?
I will
it's not.
go
It's achievement I
and
want,
get on
no.
the mic and start talking to Hardy and see what's going on with most of his car issues.
It fucking sucks.
That's one way to describe it.
So Hardy, what has been your issue on some of these turns with your car?
Bullshit. That's the issue. Just
And
track.
Arsenal's in the pits.
Yeah, Arsenal.
So, Is there been an issue with some of your tires not wanting to grip? Downforce not happening?
It's not an issue. It's just the fact that, one, I didn't have a lot of time. I mean, neither did a lot of people, I guess. But just the fact that, one, I've never been accustomed to this track, aside from sprint races. And so coming here in these cars, it wasn't working too well. But, point to point. Do as much as you can.
That's no attitude to have.
So, are you thinking about the next race? Are you going to try to shoot up for first place?
No, I hate T4 to the passion. My biggest effort, I think, will be after the season. That's going to be my biggest effort. I need efforts. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and just spin out everything and I'll win. Once again, V4, it's very similar. Well, it's the exact same length as we're going to Seca. I'm not real fond of V4s. Just out of the fact that V4s has never been my kind of track. I've never spent too much time there. So I'm definitely not looking forward to it. So I think my efforts personally are just going towards Bathurst and beyond that. So I think that's when I think I've got the best chance of really performing and getting podiums and stuff like that is once we get out of the United States and onto international stuff.
So what do you think about your teammate though, Hardy? Do you think can he do better?
Not really. I mean, he's given less time than I was, and he's kind of sticking it in there. He just now, I think he's just now starting to go a lap down, and I've been 4 laps down forever. So I can't really say that he's done anything wrong. Once again, Turkey Motorsports, there's 4 people racing in this series. Fortunately, we didn't have 2 of them with us, so that's just me self-representing. Estelle can get another podium, so that's positive. He's gonna get 15 points. That's a positive.
I'm all by myself.
So, do you think Trobes actually has this race in the bag?
I think so. I think it's really more of just the fact that he's got the most consistency. At least at this track, he proved that he had the consistency at Will Spring. Let's get these first 10 races really aren't going to mean much. I mean, there's 38 on the calendar. So consistency, yeah, it does well if you're like accustomed to the tracks, but once you start getting into the international tracks where everyone's raced and a lot, that consistency kind of goes away. And so I'm really looking forward to just starting that off and seeing exactly where everyone's at on the international field instead of just looking at American stuff. That's where I think we're going to really pick in, is tracks like Ascari and Mount Panorama and Suzuka.
I like Suzuka. But Ascari,
I mean, and then you've got the oval races. You've got 5 oval races this season. That's going to definitely be fun just for the fact that it's going to be a draft race. So, I don't know, I'm just cruising.
Is that you in front of me, Hardy, or are you going into turn? Are you entering 3?
I'm entering turn 10.
Okay, so that's Arsenal in front of me. Oh, I went off the track for the first time in I don't know how long.
So, in the pit lane. Back to commentating. Back still in the pit lane. Quick kind of once again walking away with this one.
Still haven't pit yet, though.
Oh, that's true. He's not pit yet. Arsenal
So,
did pit.
that was Hardy talking about how he thinks of those future races and how his issues with this track has happened. I'm now going to go and get Probes on the mic and see how he is liking this race what you can see in the future for his future performances. Alright, Bro.
Yes.
So, I see you have not had that many issues with the track.
No, I
unlike some of your
haven't
competitors.
I haven't had any issues with the track, although my biggest issue was with Hardy when we got together, but it wasn't a big deal. As you can see, left front damage is still doing just fine. But for the future, I don't really know.
So what about the next race that's coming up? Do you think
With
you
a
can
lot of the
actually-
tracks he's saying, a lot of these I'm not a huge fan of, but I know I'm not to sound arrogant, but I know I'm fairly good at. There's a lot of tracks like that. I'm not a huge fan of this track, but I know I do fairly well at it. And it's deep fourth actually kind of like, but I don't think these cars are gonna like it that much.
So do you think you got this in the bag?
I personally do, but then again, something can always happen.
So
I
you're
see two
afraid
people
of
right now calling this
a
track.
caution to happen?
Well, I mean, I see two people coming up on each other right now. I don't know who it is, but I know it's two people racing. Yeah. So I mean, knowing those two are teammates, they probably aren't gonna race too hard. But yeah, as far as outlook, as long as I stay green, I'd say I got a good chance.
Yeah. Remember, in the last few laps, you and Arsenal were battling out. Do you think he's a great competitor?
He's a good competitor, although for some helpful tips, he does need to work on consistency. I feel like he pushes it too hard. I was trying to push it hard and I was behind him, but I knew my limits. And for me, the time to go all out was during practice and qualifying. When it comes to race time, it's run within your limits, really.
True. Every car has its limits. Push it too far, something will happen.
Yeah,
And this car, I've noticed with Arsenal, he was talking about how we were always talking about how he kept kicking out on turn 10 or turn 9 or whatever. I don't know, the slight right-hander that I'm coming up on, everyone was saying he kicks it out there. I particularly, when I go through it, it wants to kick out. The car feels loose to try to run it hard, because I feel like it doesn't really kick out actually until you put the sand on the inside. Then that's when it gets out.
Yes.
Okay, now I've got a little personal question here. Just at a general form, this looks like it could end up being like a Hunt-Lauda rivalry, I think. Just in terms of, yeah, you've got two very competitive drivers, and both playing with each other. So who's in terms of playing Hunt here, and who's playing Lauda?
Oh, are you asking me?
Well, I'm asking, yeah, basically, you with the mic.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't really watch. That's F1. I don't really follow F1.
But okay, based on the movie Rush, if you haven't seen the movie Rush, then you would wonder why.
I've heard of it. I got the I've never seen any. I don't really have an idea what it's about, but I've seen the
It's about it's basically about the 1976 season of James Hunt and Lucy Lauda. There's the Playboy, the Levante, the Hunt, and then you've got the calculating the car, methodical Lauda. So are you, in terms of, okay, and asking in common man terms, I guess, are you taking this as a more methodical approach, or are you taking this more of an all-out balls to the wall here?
I'd say I'm about a mix of both. It really depends on the racetrack and it depends on the situation I'm in. If I'm running with someone who I know is usually a little bit faster, I will try to run it as hard as I can to keep up with them. But like I said, keep it in the limits anyway. But yeah, like right now, I know my tires are going down, so I'm just keep playing it cool and not pushing too low.
How do you think you're going to handle if any weather appears on any tracks?
These cars, I think everyone's going to have a bit of a struggle with these cars. I mean, I've personally never driven these yet. I'm in the rain, but they seem like the kind of car that would want to kick out a lot in the rain.
I've been behind the wheel of an X2014. good car when it comes to turns and you got a great control and maneuverability. But when it comes to weather, it wants to not stick.
That's what I was expecting. Yeah, it's definitely something to watch for. By far.
Are you afraid of any cautions or any
Well,
wrecks?
the only thing I'd be afraid of is I noticed Arsenal fit already. That means that the caution he might not have to. Well, I still do. But I mean, everyone is so spaced out at this point. The only person I actually near, I think, is Arsenal. I think he went off track again. That's where that consistency role plays in. And yeah, I think the way he's gonna win this if there isn't a caution is if I start making a lot of mistakes or if my strategy doesn't work out quite the way I want it to.
Well, he is a lap down from you.
Not for me. For me, he's almost a lap down. He'd be on the tail end of the lead lap. He's on 35, but he's gonna come on 30. He's not a lap down. He's not a lap down yet, but everyone else is.
Yeah. Do you think Hardy's is having a bad time for this track since he has not had that much time on the track?
This is a hard track to learn, so I feel like it takes a lot of practice. This is what the main track I go to GT5 at least, so I've got some practice on it. But coming to the learning to go here, I just hoping my strategy can work out.
So, you think that Hardy and Stealth is a good team?
From the looks of it, they seem like they're good around each other than break each other. That's always a good thing. But main problem I noticed is if I was Stealth and I knew I was faster than Hardy, I would try to help him do my best. And help him around the racetrack and tell him where's the best place to be. Like for me, I don't have anyone that does that. I just try to go off myself, basically.
Because I don't know how many teams are in this track in this championship, but it looks like you're all by yourself, right?
Well, I'm not all by myself, but there's a possibility of my stepbrother coming in and being on my team. Although I feel like he's just kind of easy to drive, but I feel like he would need some practice.
Do you prefer like any of the new drivers to this game to drive the 2014?
Anyone new to this game?
Yes.
I would definitely say my stepbrother. I mean, he ran Willow Springs for the endurance championship, and although he didn't do great, it was a good learning experience for him. He's forced in his class right now before he was like going in his class that race, so blaming but still. And it's good that he seems like he's completely because I actually did some testing in truck on Daytona Speedway with him yesterday. He held a great line from him in the game for like a week.
So you saying all new people should at least try a race in the 2014?
I'm not necessarily playing in this league, but that's definitely if they have the chance to try to get some good race. Because I mean, they are pretty fun.
I will agree with you there. They're pretty fun. I just cannot stand the sound of the car.
I love the sound. Whoever's music is that's really obnoxious.
Yeah, that'd be mine playing Xbull.
Oh yeah, that was really loud.
So do you think the pace car will ever have a chance to set foot on this track?
Everyone's spread out. There's only 3 of us racing. I honestly don't think so. I mean, I know who like yeah.
So you're not a bit afraid of any cautions right now?
No. If it's a 2-car incident that has to happen and no one's around each other, it'd be very hard about the caution. You'd almost have to try to intentionally cause them to get one. Let me say this: these cars are great for handling this entire thing. They're definitely not as fast as diesel, but they handle great, especially in the tires right now.
Because Arsenal is trying to catch up.
I don't think he's going to be able to do that.
No, he's not going to be able to unless some
He's
miraculously of a caution to happen.
Yeah, he's a minute behind right now for me, and he pit and went from 40 behind to like to a minute. So I mean, it seems like pit that's going to take about 20 seconds, maybe a bit more. So as long as I can keep that cushion, I should be good to go.
So far, how do you think you're going to hold up in the future in this series? Do you think you're going to maintain the lead?
I think I'll do okay. I mean, my biggest problem is now that I've told Rich Mascari, that's probably my main priority.
A lot of people do not like Mascari, I've heard.
Yeah, I'm not good at that track. I just can't stand it. It's been very long interview.
Alright, that was
it's been like
Probes on the mic. It was a little lengthy, but we had a lot more questions to ask him since he was the lead car.
Was.
was.
Still his lead car.
Oh man, he's calling that week on play.
I think Arsenal's kicking in overdrive now.
What?
I think Arsenal's
So
kicking
for
in
the
overdrive.
race, the racing results is that Probes is pretty far ahead of everybody, but Arsenal is trying his best to get up Probes, but he keeps pushing his car beyond the limits. He's going to make a lot of mistakes. That's what caused them to lose that much ground. With we now got 7 laps to go.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
And it looks like I do not know how many people have changed tires.
I think everyone has a step name.
That's bad.
What? I'm still on my first set.
Yeah, and if Arsenal's starting to catch up, he could like possibly just like take in the last few laps.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you got back from having a break or so from watching this race, results have not changed that much at all. Other than so far that Trost has still not changed his tires.
I just did.
Probes has just made a pit stop, and it looks like Hardy is just went out of the race.
I've been out at this side of the road, and I got placed in the road.
Well, so you can be the second commentator.
I've been the second commentator.
I know.
So Arsenal's right now in end of turn 3. They're kind of explaining the gap between first and second. There's 5 laps to go. Rose is currently just right now on the previous
Probes
lap.
has just made it to the 7 and 8 turn for the corkscrew.
Right now, currently, there's a 16-second gap between Probes and Arsenal.
It's only 26.
I'm looking at what it's saying on the timer right now.
It looks like Trobes is about to overlap Stealth for a second time around.
Nah,
Yeah.
he's actually,
Good.
I'm on racing mediums now because he has the thing.
Yeah. Right now, Arsenal has ran the fastest time overall among all drivers. He has ran a 1:15.1. No, hold on. Yeah, .194. Arsenal flying out of turn 2. Roads coming out of turn 5. So it's pretty decent distance, 14 seconds. The gap is starting to close. I wouldn't think that the gap is closing in time. 13-second gap right now.
So you think this race day Trobes has it in the bag already?
I would think that maybe. Once again, Trobes is getting ready to come up on lap traffic. So we also know how if he gets caught up in lap traffic, then Arsenal's definitely going to catch up. I mean, Arsenal's already coming turn 10 to the finish line, so definitely the gap is closing by about a second a lap, by second per section really. 12 seconds between seconds.
Because of Trobes making that one pit stop, Arsenal had some time to catch up.
Oh, he's catching up triumphantly now. Arsenal is 11 seconds back. He's gaining a second per section.
These
Which
tires
is
suck.
phenomenal. Now, yeah, he's gaining a second per lap. He's only 10 seconds back. He's gaining 3 seconds per lap at least. With 4 laps to go, definitely going to make it interesting. Arsenal could possibly pull away the win here.
Arsenal ran off the road.
As I was saying earlier, yeah, Arsenal ran off. The thing is, he would still be able to possibly catch somewhere with, he's got still 12 seconds back, so he needs to just hold in there, keep the line he was running. That can still be really interesting. Yeah, there's definitely a gap between Probes and Arsenal, 13.88 seconds between first and second, Stealth being 58 seconds back. Just to put things in perspective,
So far,
Arsenal,
we're down to at least, let's just say,
We're at
2 laps.
So Arsenal starting a retech climb, 3 laps to go, lap 45 of 47 here at the Mazda 100. So kind of drifting it out of turn 3. Arsenal coming into turn 3 right now. Yeah, starting to split that gap again, starting to get this second per sector type deal. I don't think it's going to be enough now. I really don't. I think he's going to cut it close, but unless Trobes makes a mistake, it's going to look like it's in first place right now, just out of the fact that he's not closing enough. Arsenal only closed in a 10 that lap. Oh, that sector anyway. So it's going to add it into turn 9.
So the only way Arsenal will be able to keep up with Trobes is if Trobes has an accident, right?
Yeah.
Please
he's
stop
really big
saying
on that.
has an accident. Make yourself like a crap my pants.
Well, you might, especially Arsenal's coming up on you. It's possible. Yeah, Arsenal's starting to lose that pace that he had before that little off.
Yeah, he must have gotten his tires dirty.
Not just that, but he's just not catching at the pace. He actually lost the turn that lap.
Because
2
I
laps to go.
started pushing it, and it went from a 119 to a 117.
Yeah, he's been losing a lot of pace after that issue when he ran off the road. If he can bring his pace back up to where he was before he went off the road, he could possibly catch up with Trobes.
He just got up a second and a half over Trobes. He just got a second and a half.
I almost went off track.
That's pretty interesting. Trev almost went off there on the first two, just a little bit of disperse.
Yeah.
Looking at the live timing, Arsenal needs to hammer this first two. He's got a hammer there.
I hate to break it to him, but he's gonna
one lap to go. He's
gonna
about
need
to
to
have
gain
one lap to go.
He's gonna need to gain like 10 seconds in one lap.
And Trev is officially one lap to go before he finishes the Mazda 100.
Arsenal is still 11 seconds back. And across the line, he is not really gaining now. It is more of a just who's gonna sustain to the finish. Right now, Trev right now need to have an 11-second incident to give Arsenal what it would need to win. And with no one in sight, really, we're still kind of cruising right now, 8 seconds behind.
What lap is still gone?
He's on the same. He's on 46. He hasn't crossed the line to start his final lap yet, but he's not lapped yet.
So it looks like Trobe has this in the bag. If he is going to win unless he screws up on these last few turns.
He's got 2 turns. He's got
Leguna
two
Seca.
turns left.
Here he comes up on the third. Now here comes the third final turn.
So,
He's held. Here comes the last turn before the straight.
He's taking a very
And
small.
Rose has it. Rose has won the Mazda.
Runs out of
100.
gas. No.
Runs out of gas and then just like stop on the first one. Rose wins the Mazda 100 here at Mazda Raceway in Seca in Monterey, California. Arsenal will bring it home second, 9.5 seconds behind the leader. Still
Comes in third, and I was glad to commentary this race. And I have to say this race was really good in the beginning, but then turned out really not that shocking.
This is once again unofficial results until Evangeline Porter, race director for the conference and for the X2014 series, waiting for them to see if any penalties are necessary. From a speculator standpoint, it doesn't really look like it's going to be an issue. So
The only penalty I would think I would give would be something for time is the fact that I was going into the corkscrew and I caught the sand on the outside as I was starting to turn left and I kicked out, and when I corrected it I cut right and just went through the sand a bit.